Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cheeseman Championships. I am your host, Grace Ladd, and I am very excited to continue this beautiful NFL playoff journey. As we know, the wildcard weekend has come to an end. The Texans finished off the game slate with a win, as my cards had predicted. And I will say, I think out of all the predictions, not just because of the outcome, but the momentum and almost everything, except for CJ Stroud having an amazing game, that was probably one of my best predictions from the first part of the playoffs. Now we are going to get into these divisional rounds. We finally have our games set up. We have 4 games this upcoming weekend. First game will be on Saturday. The times have also been confirmed. So the first game of these 4 games will be the Buffalo Bills coming to the Mile High City and facing our beautiful Denver Broncos. I'm so excited. Our Denver defense is going to step up. Now, after seeing that Texan defense last night, I believe, damn, like if Broncos don't produce some shit like that, oh my God. And I'm not saying that they can't. I absolutely believe that they could. And I do believe that they were saving a lot of their energy and ammunition during that game against the Chargers, especially again, Chargers didn't play their starters. So I'm really holding back, as I feel like a lot of Broncos country is. Same with our offense. You know, Bo Nix didn't necessarily produce as many great plays. And we want to just kind of convince ourselves that Sean Payton is kind of having some things in the back burner and just kind of waiting for the perfect moment to use them, you know? So that is what I am believing. But again, we will see in today's video what the result of that matchup is going to be like. So the following game will be the 49ers facing the rivals, the Seahawks. We have seen this matchup many, many times before. Either of these teams have made it to the playoffs. We have seen the 49ers in the playoffs more often lately than the Seahawks. People really want to see battle of the defenses again. There's a lot of strong defenses in these playoff rounds. We got Texans strong defense, Seahawks strong defense, and the Broncos with a strong defense. So anyways, those are our Saturday games. And then our Sunday games, they will start off with the Texans and the Patriots. Also a very fun game to look forward to. Honestly, I wish that the times were switched off a little bit. We finish off our Sunday game at 4:30. All these times, by the way, they're all Mountain time. So please, please listen. If you're in Denver, this is the exact times you need to be listening to. If not, double check with your location, but 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time is when the Rams and the Bears face each other. This video is going to focus in on Saturday game results, and then the other video will be focusing on Sunday's game results. I would do one super long video, but I just think it would be better if we did two separate ones, one for Saturday, one for Sunday. Now, before we jump into the prediction of the Broncos and the Bills, I want to introduce the decks that I will be using for the division round. As I said, I will be changing my decks pretty often because I want to show them off. So as far as the tarot deck that I will be using, it is going to be my pink foil tarot deck. Again, if you were here for the NBA playoffs, you have seen this deck before. I love this deck specifically because it's very traditional to like the tarot deck art, but also with a little added pink foil to it. And then for my Oracle deck, which again shows like the theme of like the quarter or like just kind of overarching message, kind of like I want to say the simple and the nice message is this beautiful spirit animal deck card. So again, familiar to those who were here for the NBA playoffs. But let's go ahead and jump into this reading. I feel like I have delayed enough of like what the result will be. But do you want to hear my prediction? Do you really want to know what I think is going to happen this Saturday at Mile High? At Empower Field. I honestly believe that Josh Allen is going to do what he does best, and that is choke during the playoffs. I believe that not only are the Denver Broncos the team, I don't think that they're the only ones that are ready. The Mile High City is so ready for this game. I think the overwhelming excitement, you feel that shift in the air. Like it's a playoff feeling. And again, when we have had so much success with the Avalanche, with the Nuggets lately, you want to be part of that winning spirit as well. So I have so much faith that the Broncos will pull out with a win. I don't hope it's an ugly win. We've had some very ugly wins, especially after some lengthy breaks. After our bye week, we didn't do super well. But again, I just have faith in our defense, and I really hope that they produce a very similar game that the Texans did against the Steelers, because I think that will up our confidence and they'll fucking win this game. The Bills, come on. Okay, remember, before we get started with the first quarter, let's go ahead and see which suit these teams are going to be. First, we'll start off with the Bills since they're visiting. The High Priestess. All right, we have a Major Arcana, so they will be very, very heavily influenced by those cards. Next, the Broncos. We got the Lovers. Cool. So it looks like my deck wants me to have both of these teams in the same suit. Let's go ahead and get started within the first quarter. So with the High Priestess, Bill's energy, it's very much like trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. Again, they've been here before. With the Lovers, every choice that the Broncos make is going to be, you know, it's going to impact them. So they got to be very, very smart walking into this game. So first quarter. First quarter, we got the Meerkat. All right. Support from trusted group of people. Ooh. Could that be the defense? Or could that be Josh Allen's offensive line? We're about to see. First quarter. Okay, we have the Chariot. Okay. My cards are being very, very sticky during this game. Like, I don't know why they're not coming out. The Six of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. And the Three of Swords. Ugh. Okay, well, it looks like there's going to be some heartbreak already in this first quarter. When I first saw the Chariot, I did think of the Bills' High Priestess right away, because the Chariot and the High Priest, they're kind of a pair, you know, very much trusting your intuition. It's very much like whatever I say goes, like I take the lead, we're going to go with this motion. We also have the Six of Pentacles being here. Now, I could trace this back to, like, I mean, this can relate to both teams, you know. Broncos have been here before. It's bringing back good memories. Being number one in the AFC, you know, last time that we did that and accomplished that, made it as far as like winning the Super Bowl, you know. So there's a lot of like that good feeling. The other feeling I'm getting is the not so good feeling from the Bills, where it's like, we've been here before. We haven't made it super far. We don't have a Super Bowl. We don't have a Super Bowl win at all. Like, I can see a lot of just like a lot riding for both of these teams. Franchises, you know, when it comes to like individuals, I do believe that there's a lot more riding on Josh Allen. I'll get to that point later, but it's very much like I see both of these teams taking this game very, very seriously. But it looks like there's going to be some heartbreak already in this first quarter. I don't know if like one team comes in swinging or our defense kind of comes in full force. And the reason why I'm saying our defense is because, again, the energy that I get with the Chariot is very much Bill's energy with the High Priestess. So is it heartbreak on the Bills' end because we're just not allowing them to produce shit? So it's bringing back that heartbreak, bringing back that like shit, you know, we've been here before many times, because I don't see a lot of heartbreak on the Broncos' end. Like, the heartbreak that we would have is the repeat of last season, you know, when that game was very, very harsh for us. But like, I don't know. Again, I see a lot more writing on Josh Allen, so I think more of that heartbreak will be for him. As far as like score goes, I do think it'll be a neck and neck score. So it could be 6-3, 6-8. I see Broncos first quarter. Broncos. Okay, let's look into the second quarter. Octopus. Alrighty. Shape shifting, altering certain mannerisms. Okay, well. And we got the 10 of Pentacles. Oh. Judgment. Okay. Oh. I'm sorry. This is leaning Broncos, and I'm not trying to bring bias into it, okay? For those of you who have seen my NBA playoffs, y'all know that I am not biased when I'm doing games about my Nuggets. I really read the message of the cards, but I just can't hide my face or my emotions when like the cards seem to be going in the favor of my team. Like, I can't help it. Again, I'll explain my findings here in a second. Okay, wow. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, Judgment, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. A lot of earth energy. And remember, we don't have necessarily a suit that's showing me which is specifically going to which team. However, with the judgment being here, there's some huge similarities with the card that represents the Broncos, which is the Lovers. They got that main angel. They got this main angel in the middle, and they're looking over this couple right there too. So I significantly think that this is about the Broncos. However, is this a good symbol? You know, I do believe that towards halftime, Bills start to kind of get a little bit more of that rhythm. They start to kind of read a little bit more of what the Broncos are trying to do. So I still think that they have a lot of that momentum. Broncos will have a huge momentum probably in the second quarter, or they just like Seven of Pentacles being here too. It's very much like we're still preserving our energy. So even though the Broncos are producing some work, it's still not everything. So I guess Bronco fans, don't be super frustrated. I know this is going to be hard. Don't be super frustrated with our team when you're like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you throwing the ball? Why aren't you running the ball? It could be possible that they're still saving some of that ammunition for later on. I don't see them completely dropping the ball right away. It could be possible. It could be possible that the Bills do score and they end up taking the lead walking into halftime. But I wouldn't be nervous, Broncos fans, because again, with judgment being here, Lovers, it seems like there's things that are still in the works. Like, it's definitely like it's not over yet. We're not close to being over yet. So, wow. Third quarter, 2 cards came out for this one. We got the Platypus and the Unicorn. Okay, stop complaining. All right. Focus on attention. Oh. I'm like, oh, because like, again, momentum, Broncos, who is not doing super well. Again, I'm not getting energy Bills right now. So it could be that they come in second half. Indulge in your creative, imaginative, magical side. Obviously, that's from our Unicorn right here. Third quarter. Okay, third quarter. We got the 9 of Swords. Do y'all remember this from Wild Card Weekend? Some drama queens, but it showed up for the Bills reading. So could we have a Josh Allen drama queen moment? Sorry, I don't hate Josh Allen. I don't. I think he's a great dude. Truly. I just think he can cry a little bit, you know. Anyways. Oh, we got the 10 of Cups. The Queen of Cups. I'm going to pull out one more card just because there were 2 cards that were pulled for the theme. So I'm just going to get one more. And the 6 of Swords. Jeez Louise. It could be, just because I see the transition of like themes and stuff, and at least like suits is a huge example. I'm sorry, but I see the Bills packing their shit and going home. Okay, I am wondering if third quarter is going to be a test for Josh Allen. Like, I wonder if right here we're going to see either the make it or break it moment for him. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there is a huge dynamic shift. There is. And I am seeing a little bit favor towards the Bills. So here's what I see. Josh Allen comes back from halftime. He's like, you know what? I need to get out of this like mindset that I'm in. I just got to really get into it. Scores 1 or 2 touchdowns, like really starts to look good, solidifying it. He's like, all right, we got it. Let's get into it. But something else happens that sends them into a whirlwind of like, oh no, like we didn't think sooner. Like they have an answer again. And it could also go in the way of Josh Allen doesn't get out of that funk. And then the Broncos capitalize of it, sending the Bills packing. It can go either way in this third quarter, but we're going to see like the attention is going to be very much focused on Josh Allen. And if this man steps up, I don't see a lot of Broncos energy here. Like that's why I could see it going more towards the Bills way, but I don't see the cards being like super enthusiastic about it. Like he could also be complaining to the refs, like the ref calling could actually be going really, really negatively towards the Broncos. We could see an outlandish fucking call like we've seen all fucking season. I swear, anytime there's a new call or some bullshit random call you've never heard before, it's always against the Broncos. I promise you. Anyways, let's see what this fourth quarter is going to bring. As far as score goes in the third quarter, either Bills score and they're ahead, or Broncos will be ahead by like 3 points walking into the fourth quarter. I have the cat, a domestic cat. Oh, is that Lil Boschnick's? I don't know. Does he come in and have a fourth quarter? Bring us home, baby. Bring us home. Who is going to take... We got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Full pop-up as well. And the star. I think the Broncos are winning! Oh my gosh! And here is why, okay? Here is why, before I get people like, you're just saying it because it's your team. It is my team. But I think that this... Actually, let me do this because I'm not trying to get banned on YouTube. I believe that this is going to bring a lot of healing to Broncos country. I think that it was such a really sucky way how we got kicked out last season. Granted, I don't think a lot of us expected us to make it to the postseason. But with the Fool being here, I see very much Bo Nix energy. I see him being like, I'm still young. I'm in a position where a lot of my previous predecessors haven't made it that far at all. And I'm gonna show them what's up. Things are gonna connect. Things are gonna click. And I already had like Bo Nix with the domestic cat, striking now and just like going in. It could be that I don't want to say goes against what Sean Payton wants him to do, but you could see a lot of that like Hall of Famer type of energy from Bo Nix in this fourth quarter. So I believe that the Broncos are going to have a magnificent fourth quarter, one that takes them to the AFC Championship. But yeah, just to finish things off, let's go ahead and get a final. We have the Pool. Ancestral guides are offering your guidance. Pay close attention to the signs and the omens. Could basically say like the battle's not over. Continue to pay attention to the other teams, the other matchups that will be played for the rest of the weekend and move on. But my cards have the Broncos. I would be lying if I said that reading didn't make me happy, but we will see what the actual result will be. This comes Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Remember that will be here in the Mile High City. I will not be going to that game. I actually will be missing the first quarter because I will be at work, but it's okay. If I missed the entire game, I think I would have popped a gasket 100% because there's no way. There's no way I would have missed this entire game. So it's okay. It's okay. As long as I get to watch this beautiful fourth quarter Bo Nix performance that my cards are apparently saying is going to happen. But let's go ahead and get started with the next game, which will be the Seahawks and the 49ers. 49ers are going to go to Washington, another super, super loud stadium. I will say it's kind of crazy that both top seeds have one of the loudest stadiums. I believe that. I haven't been to a game in Washington, but I heard that I think that's the loudest one. So, all right, give me the suit for the Niners since they're the visiting team. Suit. Oh, they got the devil. Again, side note, the devil isn't necessarily a bad card. It is a scary card. It's one of the scary cards in the deck for sure, but it's not anything that means super, super awfulness, okay? And then the Seahawks will be represented by the Pentacles, which makes sense. Home energy. It looks like they have the 10 of Pentacles too. So looks like they have quite a bit riding on their end right now. So, okay, first quarter. What do we got here? We got two cards in this first quarter. We got the Chameleon and the Meerkat again. This was in the first quarter for the Bills and the Broncos game. So Meerkat's basically like friend support, friendship, all that good stuff, like relying on your people. Our Chameleon is very much staying in the background and adapting to the surroundings. So let's see what we have here. We got the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles. What's going on here? And Death. Oh, again, not a card to be scared of, but it looks like this is an awful start to this first quarter. It could be that defensively the Seahawks are doing rather well, but that's the only thing that seems to be going well in this game. Like, there seems to be a lot of like, oh, let's maybe try this, or maybe that. It's coming not only from the Seahawks end, but also from the 49ers end. It seems like they're a little redundant. Like, they just continue to go to Christian McCaffrey, and it's not bad, they're really, he's been producing numbers this season. However, it's just very much like halted. There's an answer for it. The Seahawks defense knows what you're going to do. So it's like a dead spot. It seems like this first quarter is going to be kind of a boring first quarter. I'd be surprised if there's any scores. 3-0, 3-3, 7-0. Like, I don't see a high scoring game whatsoever because I feel like both teams are actually trying to analyze each other before they move forward. But I see a lot more analyzing coming from the Seahawks end versus 49ers. Because 49ers, I have noticed that they come in not full force, but they usually come in like, we got to score early. We got to get in there. And not saying Seahawks don't, but they're doing a lot of like chilling in the background for some reason. So we'll see. Second quarter. The Panda creating a sacred space. A sacred space. The pocket, offensive line, protecting the quarterback, maybe. All right, we got the Queen of Cups here. The High Priestess. Okay, a lot of intuition in this game. What is going on here? Oh, and the 10 of Swords. It went from like having a safe space to like being demolished by those people around you. So it sucks because like the first thing that kind of also came into my brain when this card came out was injury. I really hope that there isn't an injury, but it's possible that there is someone who gets hurt in the second quarter. The energy in the second quarter is still very slow. There's more action in the first quarter than there is in the second quarter, but again, there's a lot of thinking. I'm like, I don't know. It seems like both of these teams are like self-sabotaging each other. Like, I don't know if like they both just weren't ready. I don't know if like Seahawks again are like a little too arrested, maybe. I don't know if this is a good game, y'all. Or it could be where like the defense is just attacking the Niners. The only reason why I'm saying that is because of this card. So it's possible too that someone from the 49ers does get hurt. Really terrible considering George Kittle was out with Achilles injury the previous game. Again, that's absolutely awful. Such an amazing athlete, amazing human. But yeah, I am not seeing a super high scoring quarter. I am not seeing a lot of huge momentum in this game. I'm seeing a lot of calm and chill, and which is weird. So this first half doesn't seem to be a lot. I was about to say. Third quarter, we got the humpback whale. Okay. Music. Healing. Very essential to you moving forward. Interesting. Oh, wow. Wheel of Fortune again. Okay, so finally the wheels are turning after halftime. Oh, for one team, we got 4 of Cups. So much emotion. Like, there's so much finally. Okay, and then we have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's about fucking time that there's some action. Like, I'm just sensing a lot of it could be there's a lot of fights. One of those games where it's like, can we just fucking play? You know, at least in the first half, because y'all, like, I am so confused about it. Like, my reaction right there was literally just me with this reading. But with the 6 of Pentacles being here, I am getting the sense that finally, we are getting some light from our Seahawks, and it could be offensively that they score, things start to move forward continuously. I don't know if they get a sense of like, you work so hard only for this to happen. Like, what are you doing? Like, 49ers have been here already. They've been here more recently than you have. So, like, are you going to get it together? Like, do you remember the nostalgia of this? Like, come on, remember what it was like to be a champion. Like, what it felt like when they won the Super Bowl way back when. You know, Seahawks momentum, Seahawks energy, and also them scoring. Fourth quarter. The Tiger. Call upon, you know, your own leadership. You are being called to be a leader. Okay, we have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords. If I get the King of Swords, no, but I got the 5 of Wands. So this fourth quarter might actually be a battle. I don't know what the fuck happens. It could be, one of those games where first half, snooze fest, right? Third quarter, okay, we start to see a little bit of like action and everything. And fourth quarter, holy shit. Of course, it comes down to like the last play. It looks like, however, one quarterback will step up. And it's the quarterback that has been silent. Now my question is, will it be like, the reason why I was like, oh my gosh, give me the King of Swords next is because we have like the transitions of the swords, right? We have the Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, King of Swords. Oh, Holy Grail. But still, it wouldn't have gotten me to the point of like who it is. I think my cards have the 49ers winning in the fourth quarter. I believe that they get into under the Seahawks skin somehow, and they end up using that like pettiness, firepower, whatever the fuck it is, and they end up winning. Purdy actually ends up doing rather well, but you wouldn't have expected that considering how awful he was doing in the first half. Like, third quarter, I wouldn't say that he did super bad, but like it's practically at that point where you're like, oh, okay, well, like he's not going to show up, he's not going to do anything. But you'd be surprised. Oh, my cards have the 49ers winning. Oh my god. I guess Purdy just stands up as the leadership role. He steps up as this tiger, you know? So bring us home with this just like overall. And to close things off, we got the weasel. Be silent, pay attention, simply observe with your eyes. So again, that's basically been the theme, yes, of the entire game. The team that like observes the most, that chills the most, and really like not only comes back and does well, but like it really has an answer strategically for every single fucking play in a way that the Seahawks don't know what they're doing to them until it's too late. So it's very much like a silent attack. Damn. My cards have the fucking 49ers. With that being said, let's go Broncos. Continue liking, subscribing, and sharing with anybody who you think is going to like my channel. To all 241 subscribers, thank you so, so much. I appreciate you. New giveaway is in the works, but please comment what you would like because I honestly have no idea what it should be around. But I think a Broncos giveaway is definitely in store. So thank you, everybody. Adios.